Go get busy. Give me some time. Gotta make- We call that feeding the chickens. So what we're going to do here is talk about tools. I want to say tool is anything that you put on your dog. I know a lot of people will get a dog, they're not really sure what to wear or put on the dog. They hear some evil things about certain tools and they probably misinformed. So I'm going to go through a few of them. For one, a harness. I really don't like a harness unless you have a dog that doesn't want to pull from the beginning. But once a dog is trained, I don't mind a harness. So in the dog's training, we might use something like a Star Mark collar. It's has little grooves on it. It's made of plastic, and a lot of people don't mind using this as opposed to a real pinch collar. But they come in various sizes, and we have the regular choke chain. If you're using a choke chain, you want to think about a P. So if I'm going to put this on a dog, I'm going to see the letter P. So when it goes on the dog's head, this, Angel, come. Are you on there? When it goes on the dog this way, now it's free to do what it was designed to do, which is open and close. If you have it the other way around, a lot of times it won't activate the way it's supposed to activate. Okay, then we can go into flat collar. If you put a flat collar on a dog, these can actually do the most damage on a dog's trach if they're not taught how to not pull. So if you anything you put on a dog, you should teach the dog how to use it, how to relieve the pressure, we call it. So we have the pinch collars. They're old-fashioned. You have to pinch the links, and you can take links off and take them on. Great tool if you teach the dog how to use it. So now they have different variations that makes it very easy to put on and off the dog, where a lot of people had a hard time doing this. So if we move on to things like the halties, the head halties, this is where it goes over the dog's snout, and the dog goes that way, his neck gets yanked. So again, if you use these, you have to teach the dog how to walk in it. We have another one, Canine Lifeline from Transitional Leash from Heather Beck. This is another one. It's a head halter type, and it can convert into a regular slip lead. And a slip lead is just something a lot of kennels would use to transport dogs off and on quickly. Just a slip lead that goes over the dog's neck, and you just cinch it up, and then you have it. And then, back in the pinch collars, they go down to micro sizes. So you can work your way up to the e-collar. Very great tool if used properly. This, if you're using the e-collar after all the other training, because the e-collar doesn't teach them anything. But after all the other training, that allows me to take the leash off my dog and let them go run. If depending, especially the breed you have, if it's meant to run, that's where you want to give them the freedom to do that. And then you can talk to them with the e-collar. So none of these things I would put on a dog to correct it. So if you're using an e-collar to put on a dog to correct it, you're absolutely wrong from the beginning. So that's my little introduction to tools.